Hello and welcome back to a tractor related video. The parts have finally arrived. Let's see what I've ordered. So far they looked all to be really well packed. So I guess it's time to dig in and see what we got. I think this is mostly all small parts. These I believe will be the gaskets, and that box there maybe the side panels and a few other larger things. So let's start. This will be on my phone, as I've previously done an unboxing with my camera and my tripod and can't really see what you're doing. I ended up not really filming much other than just a box. So this will be a bit of a one-handed situation, but we should be able to manage alright. So I'm wearing some gloves, my hands a bit greasy, don't want to grease up all of the new parts. Alright, I guess we should start with box number 1. So I was waiting for a couple of items to come back into stock. So there has been a week delay since I ordered them. I think I'd best get the scissors. Alright, let's try that again. The knife is not too sharp anymore. I've got some replacement blades, but haven't gotten to that yet. Well, that cuts a bit better. Alright, a bit of tape there. Now we should be able to open it up. Okay, well, this will be interesting. So I bought everything from a Irish store in Ireland. Ended up being much cheaper than buying it locally here in France. Just alone a steering wheel. Here steering wheel costs 40 euros. I paid 20 euros. Okay, those prices are excluding VAT, but even with VAT was much cheaper. Postage was one lump sum of 22 euros. That's a bit more expensive, but overall all of the parts were a lot cheaper, and it looks to be all okay. So what have we got here? I don't know what this. This is the horn button. Now we've got the light switch, the oil gauge. That one, the old one is completely rusted out, destroyed. I know dirt got inside it and then it decided no more. And you've got a pair of radiator pads. And this is the water temperature gauge, including the wire. So pretty new, manufacturing date of September 2022. Okay, now we got the PTO O-ring. They only came in a quantity of that amount. I couldn't buy one separate, but even then they were still cheaper than buying one locally. This is the chrome cap for the steering wheel. Here we got one gasket, or two gaskets per pack. So I bought some extra spares because if you change the hydraulic filter, you have to replace this gasket. What do we got? This is the thermostat housing gasket, and one fuel tank bolt set. So because it came from an Irish store, in Ireland they don't recognize the Massey Ferguson 835 like mine, so it's a mix of parts. Some are related to FE35, others are related to the Massey Ferguson 35, so it was a bit of a search. And some even were only listed under the 135. So what is this? Clutch shaft bush. It's well packed. Here are some shims. Bought a whole selection of shims due to the fact that a lot of the shims were broken, but there were three, I think, 3 of the thicker shims and 4 thin shims, so I bought some different sizes. There lots of shims in that place. We got the PTO selector seal, that one's leaking. This is the tie rod. Luckily it says rear because I bought 2 rear and 2 front. You never know what is what. And this is a collar, 2 collars. That's the shrink sleeve. We got the top radiator hose. Mine is pretty much disintegrated. We got the little plaque for the lights, the ignition switch positions. So we'll have a look at that. Looks like there are 2 in there. I did only order 1, but if it's a bonus, I can sell that on again, no problem. This is another rear track rod end. This is the PTO cap. It does not have one, and I'm not sure if they are required or not if you plan to take the tractor on the road, but it wasn't that expensive, just as a safety feature. So here we got the bonnet catches, wing nut, they're missing, can't find them. Here we got the front track rod end. We got the input shaft seal, can't remember exactly which one that was. Light switch badge. Here are the fin shims. So 2 4,000s, 4,000s, 4,000s. All right. This is the rev counter cable. As in the previous video, maybe I've shown that already or not. By the time you see this, the actual cable that I had was broken. Here we got some bumper stops. Half shaft gasket. I thought I only ordered 1. Apparently there's 10 in the pack. Well, anything extra I can sell. Don't really plan on changing the half shaft gasket all that regularly. Bonus. You got the rear axle inner seal. That's the one that's leaking. Here we got the ammeter grommet. Oh, apparently there's 2 grommets in there. I thought I had paid for 1. Seems that lots of bonus items. Tie rod end, another one. That will be the front, the last one. Here we got the radiator cap, a radiator cap. I bought 2 radiator caps because one said long, the other was short. I don't know exactly which one mine falls under, and for the price, with €3 each, so, and only 1 radiator cap locally is €8. So I thought might as well just see which one is the correct one. Here we got the PTO seal. I've already pulled mine out. This is another radiator cap, which I just told you about. Here we got the outer seals. For now I'm not replacing them as I can't press the shafts apart, but in the future, if necessary, I just bought the seals in case. Here we got the radiator, the drain tap. I don't know if mine is leaking or not, so I just bought this one for spare again. Only €2. Steering box seal, so it's quantity of 2. Brake shaft bush in the rear axle housing. I think it's still okay, but I don't know about the other side, so I just bought that one for spare. Another bonnet kit. Here we got the gear lever boot. That's a pack of 2. The main selector gear lever boot is just about okay, but the high-low speed one is deteriorated. It's probably why my gearbox was full of oil. And this is the thermostat. Mine was missing. And this is the air intake hose that comes from, it sits in the dash, so there's a slot, and from there it goes into the air cleaner. The steering wheel grommet we got here, and this is the hydraulic pump filter. As of course I ordered the wrong filter locally, so that's a more modern filter, the one that I ordered, unfortunately, but that's okay. Here we got the water pump. So the water pump does come with new gaskets. I haven't made that video yet, but I had some bad experience with the old water pump. Didn't quite go to plan. Anyway, here's the new water pump. So these ones, they used sealed bearings, and there's no longer grease fitting on these, as the bearings are sealed for life. But again, a water pump here, if you buy one on the locally French shop, you pay around 60 euros. This one only cost me 27. Well, it looks all really good. I'll and we got this last bag. So this is the bearing. There's one part missing, which I had to wait a week for. Yep, here's the bearing. So, and there's some other gaskets. Yeah, there's some felt washers. There's a bit squashed, and there's the nut for the steering wheel. There's the big washer for the steering wheel. There's a missing, and then is a pivot bolt for the bonnet. The other one is still in there. Okay, and this the bearing for the differential. I have bought some bearing retaining compound, so the bearing should no longer spin on the shaft once that's all cured. Don't know what brand this is. It says NWB. Don't know what quality that is. Hopefully it will last for me. Anyway, it's a very low speed tractor. Max speed in 6 gears only 23 kilometers per hour, so it's not like this bearing is going to be the heavy speed load. It will be under some heavier pulling load, but it's rated for 7 tons tractor, so we should be okay. And these ones, gaskets are for the steering box housing. Alright, I'll repack this box, keep everything together, and then we'll continue on. Okay, I repacked that box. Now onto this one. As I said, I believe these are the gaskets. As certain gaskets I couldn't buy separately, so I had to buy the whole gasket kit, unfortunately. But again, it wasn't too expensive. Okay. So they got delivered by DHL. Okay. Here we got the gasket. This is for the differential housing. See, it's slightly bent over here, but that should straighten out. It's a good brand, Flexoid. So how many are here? Oh, I ordered two piece. It says 2-piece. They must be inside each other. I'll have a look at that. Here we got full gasket set. Okay, so because I ordered the two separately, maybe they decided they might as well put in a full one. So it is for the 4-cylinder diesel, the FE35 23C. Oh, it looks okay. I'll have to unpack it to make sure, but I think over here I see the gasket that I need and some other ones. And there's even a whole bag of O-rings. I don't know where all of those go. Here there's some cutouts. Anyway, nicely packed. I'll have a look. I think should be okay. Should be on the inside. Oh yes, if I see very carefully, I can see that there are two. So that's all fine. I won't put it back in there because it has to fold over. We'll keep that separate and close the lid on this one. Actually, it's not like it's going to fold here. Might as well just put that there. It's a nice new brand new box. That I can refold. And the last one. Let me see. How does this open? Okay, I'll just quickly open this. I'll come back. Right, got that open. So these are the side guards panels. Alright, I'll have to compare these with the originals and see what I've got, if they line up. But thanks for joining me on this unboxing. Hope you found it interesting. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video.